is up, my friends? I'm gonna do a little short stream because it's I was gonna play a little bit of guitar. I'm like, why not just come on and say hi, everybody? I'm not doing anything important, so I figured I would come by and hang out for a little bit, see who pops up. Okay, that looks like it's working. And then we gotta open up another thingy so I have something to play. The window. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Yeah, the sun kicked my ass. But I figured we had a good thing going. So. Exhausted. Alright, sound's working. Put the phone on the broken phone stand because this way I can see the chat. I'll play some intro music so I can make sure I'm all set up. I'll be right back. People. I don't even know who came in who's here yet. The world's going crazy. I got heat stroke. Probably a little bit of food poisoning. And nothing else to do other than play guitar a little bit. So I'm just gonna find some more random shit to play. Let's see what happens. Well, if anybody pops in, at least hit the like button. I figured we would chat about the tiny hats versus the big hats fucking blowing each other up. Let's see what we can find in the world of YouTube jam tracks. Anything we haven't done yet, it's gonna pop up. You never know. I don't know if you've gone through like 80 tracks or something. Midnight Funk. Start with some. I don't want to start with fucking funk. Let's say this short line. Did we not play this because it sucked? Why did we not play this one? Problem. If you don't have like 100,000 subscribers, anything you do will get you like copyright and banned. Like on the 30-day challenge thing I did, on the 29th day at 3 hours and 49 minutes, I played a random solo to some random free track, and Dream Theater's record label claimed it. The song's in a different key, different tempo, different everything. Completely different song, but they took it, you know? Like, if I was to do covers, I would get shitted on. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, we have a problem with people being trained by the algorithms to not listen to music anymore. And like, everybody wants to hear somebody play. And this is why you have all these fake guitar players. Because everybody's pushing these guitar players to like play to the algorithm or try to be somebody they're not. And then they'll wind up recording like this MIDI fake version of somebody else's song with like, you know, all the fancy everything, you know, and then like, that's why metal's dying. You know what I mean? Because you got somebody who's like, can play something original. You know? What's up? Yeah, no. Don't ask a race car driver to be a fucking Uber. Okay? Limp Bizkit's fucking whack. Okay? I play death metal and black metal. The only reason I'm doing this solo shit is for exercise and because there's nothing else I can do. Ask me to play Dark Funeral or like fucking like Obituary or something. It comes to me with this fucking Limp fucking Bizkit shit. It's not even metal. Like seriously, people ask somebody who fucking drives like MotoGP to go fucking drive an Uber. Like, what are you guys like? There's a billion guitar players who can do that for you. Like, why would you want me to do that? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then we'll up to this fucking cheesy 80s fucking classical shit. Impressive enough I can put on a random fucking track and make believe I know what the fucking song is? Is that good enough for you guys? Fucking Jesus Christ. Awesome. Congratulations. tried to follow it and slide up, and my callus just got completely fucking sucked. The fucking song with fucking 3 fucking key changes. Hold on. She's next. I wanted to warm up easy, and the fucking 4 fucking key changes. Fucking goddamn. Should've went with the funk track. Or Limp fucking Biscuit. playing indie rock. No, we did this one. These are all these, this twice. Germany, I haven't done that. We'll do Broken Bones and fucking G sharp next. Wait, you have a classical band in Oklahoma, and Seattle, so red line. B flat, okay. That riff is fucking terrible. Ning, 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 ning. Something flat. Those are two spots in it. That's interesting. Good enough. That was cool. Was not cool enough to do it fucking 5 more times. What's next? Oh, no red line. A minor. Try this one. Let's B minor. That sounds like fucking shitty ass MIDI. I'm not doing that. Broken bones. F sharp minor. Let's try this. Alright, we'll do 30 seconds of cut fucking, gratuitous fucking pentatonics. Next, No Surrender, high energy, hard rock and B. Not sound very scary. Hey, Dorian. I hate that Dorian sound. It just fucking bothers me. Badass aggressive rock track. Pop. Stop it. I don't want to hear that. What else you got here? Mellow, soulful guitar track. Let's try this. Mellow, soulful. Like with a fucking Hallmark TV show. That's so cheesy. There's a Hallmark channel. Any happy with that? Okay. Stop it, shut up. I don't want to hear you anymore. I made fun of you enough. What's next? Oh God. Sad and emotional. The way I feel if they asked me to play Limp fucking Biscuit. Sad and emotional. Straight hard Moonlight Sonata. What's the groovy blues version? Kid always comes and asks me to play Moonlight Sonata, and there's supposedly a Moonlight Sonata backing track. If this is for real, I'm going to save it. It's not Moonlight Sonata. Stop it, you fucking liar. You lying piece of shit. R&B? What does it even sound like? What's R&B sound like? What's this shit sound like? Can we make this metal? Can we make this metal somehow? All the jazzy sweeps. Okay, what else we got? Well, symphonic speed metal. I mean, we play through everything that's like neoclassical, symphonic, everything. There's nothing new, I don't think. Show more. Show me all the tracks. Yeah, we've done everything. Look how many fucking tracks we went through in the past month. For fuck's sake. Yeah, well, I want to see if any of my buddies will come and say hello before I fucking pass the fuck out. I was only going to do like a half an hour today anyway. I just want to see if we find anything new, but I really think I hit the limit. They're all red lines. Like everything is like, you know, it says metal, but it's not really. John Petrucci? Okay, I didn't see this one. No, I'm going to get fucking banned because they already stole my shit last time. else we got? That's just hitting me. Nothing's making me hit. It's not hitting right. I got fooled with this one before. It said death metal backing track, but it's not a death metal backing track. It's just fucking bullshit. I've been using my monitor for a long time. Please take a rest. Go fuck yourself. Alright. Play all. Let's try. At least I like this one. What's going on here? 2 fucking parts? It's stupid. This is fucking bullshit. I had to try to harmonize it, and it did not go too good. That was at least something to remember if we played. This is fucking bullshit. 6/8? One second. Oh boy. Oh. You heard my papers fucking crack. I gotta unleash like massive fart. There we go. Okay, I know we're right. hard to play with the speakers this slow because sometimes my guitar is like louder than the bass part, like you can't hear what's happening. Why is everything so sleepy, man? This is fucking scary shit. Some reason, ever since I installed the driver for this microphone that would mix whatever the fuck, my computer's been fucked. And like, things don't open right, and it's just a fucking malware piece of shit. Like fucking Mackie, fucking sure, fuck that thing up, whatever it was. Fucking. You're like shattered glass, I'm sharp but I'm broken. That's actually pretty good. But you know what they say? If you can't fix it with duct tape, you're not using enough duct tape. Because of the abrupt ending. There's no way for me to catch that fucker. I can't make that pretty. What's next? My guitar's too loud and I can't open this thing without fucking shutting everything down and restarting. God damn it. Can I lower from here? My levels. Oh yeah, level. Oh, I can do it right here. Oh, that's so easy. Wait, that might actually work. Let's see if it's better. Alright, fuck this program bullshit. I know how it sounds in the stream, but it's like way too low. I just lowered the guitar a lot, and I still, if I lower it that much, I'm not gonna be able to hear on the other track, so I can't do this one. So I'll play my guitar, we'll hear it. because it's late, I have to play it the speakers like really low. So I'm not listening to this sound more than that. But for some reason, it sounds like my guitar's like over everything, and I can't even hear like the bass or it just seems to play guitar. It's even hard to drum parts. On the headphones, the guitar's like really loud. I'm trying to see how low I can play in the middle of the night. So you guys are hearing like blasting guitars, and I'm hearing this is what I'm hearing. It's like, it's pretty low. That's why you see me like squishing. I'm squishing my face. It's easier for me to do it when I have the program running on the computer. I'm just gonna take the chance and just unplug this fucker and plug it back in. Okay. As long as OBS doesn't take a shit. It should work now. If it doesn't fucking open now, I don't fucking know. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's try that. Because I don't know how it sounds to you guys, but for me, my guitar's like super loud in my headphones, and I don't hear shit without my headphones, and it's kind of not fun. I can actually hear the fucking boom parts now, but that might be too loud. I've noticed that on the stream, sometimes like I think it's even, and on the stream it doesn't sound the same. wish I had a way to check it. But I don't. How's everybody feeling surviving the apocalypse? I unfortunately don't have anything cool to drink other than tea. So I guess now that I'm like completely sober, I hear everything and it annoys me. Oh, that's smooth. I think everybody's mad at me because I'm not drinking. Like, they mean so much cooler when you're drunk and talking shit. I actually feel pretty terrible. Like, I was out in the sun all day and I worked out in the sun like an idiot. And I probably lost like 5 pounds of sweat. And I'm dizzy. But at least my fucking callus is hardened. So. All right. Since people are probably lurking, nobody wants to talk to me. Maybe we should take a break. I'll just make more noise and make myself look stupid. But they had enough of this riff. Because it's 10 minutes, not 10 minutes. This sounds really well now, but how does that... Let's go next. Let's go 4. Gotta fucking do it. Again? That's enough. Really? Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, this isn't my music. I'm just basically like musically masturbating in front of people. I have my own music, which is kind of like just crazy black metal and death metal, which nobody wants to hear. But I might be releasing like 30 tracks this year. Possibly. So I have them already done, and just got sidetracked. What is this shit? Way too easy, it's like too happy for me. Let's try something else. Oh god, it's way too happy for me to fucking give me a major key. Motherfucker. Let's do six. I just said it's too happy. Let's just do 6, 8 and fucking major. I'll do 30 seconds just to see if I can do it. some scary stuff and just make me go to sleep. Oh, Eli Boppers from the old channel. Oh, thank you. Here, you want check out my SoundCloud if you want to hear my scary music. Here's my SoundCloud. This is if you really like this stuff that much. That's my music. You might not like my stuff. My stuff is scary. Have a good night. I'll be around. I'm gonna have to take a couple of days off for training purposes, but then I'll be doing more stuff next week. So I think I'm gonna do tomorrow night, and then maybe today's Tuesday, right? I'll do Thursday in the daytime, and then I have to do all these like videos for my kung fu stuff. Oh, well then you're gonna love my stuff. Some really scary shit in there. So nice to meet you. Thank you. Have a good night. What was your question? And Eli, you're in the wrong chat, bro. I never looked down there. It's a nachle bled. Disuda suka. Come to the vertical stream. I'm not gonna read two chats, bro. That's why it's instructions. So Jimhani Jawadana. What works well playing according to chords or not following chords? So you have no choice but to follow the chords. It's like, at least I play that way, you know what I mean? And like, but there's different ways of following chords. And then you can just go and play fucking jazz, and I see these professional jazz guys with all this theory, and all you see them going is, and they just like, there's a pattern approach, and it's like, pattern approach is like Russian roulette with music if you're trying to improvise. Because like, you could say, you know, there's a chord progression, and then like you have like licks, and these people like they'll learn like this perfect pattern. Like, you know, like I get this lick like the, you know, I don't know, jazz goes. What was it? What's the fucking jazz like everybody makes fun of? I can't get it in my head right now. So I hope I'm not answering nobody. You better still be here if I'm giving this fucking dissertation on music theory. So you can't really not like you can't sound good and not follow chords, right? You can not follow the chords, and then when you sound good, you're accidentally following the chords. Does that make sense? How do you say your name? Jimani, you still here? Because I'll go fucking geek out on you. I'll go full autistic mode and explain everything to you. Your best friend takes Kung Fu and trying to teach you? Oh, cool. Well, you can check out TaiChiUnited.com. We teach some Tai Chi stuff. I don't like teach like hardstyle martial arts anymore. I teach old people how to not die. Like from like falling, you know. Okay, so let's take a simple progression thing. I'll explain. So let's just say you have, I don't know, like a random chord, right? Most people when they play, they'll just like, for instance, if they're playing like a blues pattern, right? You'll play, you know, you get the E minor blues thing, right? Whatever that other shit is, right? And they'll just do like a lick that they learn. And they just run up and down the neck and pray that the notes match up. So they'll just pray the notes match up. And then you got guys who go with that method who are very lucky. You know, what was the guy's name? Is it George Lynch, is it? When like he has a, like if you, like what's the, I think that's what the guy, and his style, like he's one of the lucky guys who can make like this, like I have a pattern and symmetrical and I'm somehow going to make this work. But it's never like guessed. Like, you know, it's not improvised. It's like most people can't improvise. Like this is something nobody does anymore. You know what I mean? Like Bach used to do it, nobody else does it. So you can go that route, but when you play in front of people, you're like, you know, like you can it's like rolling dice, bro. That's why you see all these like YouTube people and all these like fancy guitar players. None of them can actually really jam. Like, you know what I mean? That's like they because everything is like practiced somebody else's songs, and then they learn somebody else's riffs, and then they mix those riffs around to make their own riffs. They didn't learn why the music works. So I think it's really not a good idea to go that route if you want to improvise. I think, like, learn, like, how chords are built and learn, basic major minor scale and then pentatonic scale. But, like, even, because, like, you could go, like, the school approach, and, like, make everything's functional and you follow every note. I say, fuck that. I say, memorize what the note sounds like and what the note feels like it does, and that's the way, you know what I mean? And the easiest way to do it, honestly, is just, like, to be able to hear the 1 and the 5 and follow, like, that 5. Because unlike classical music, you can start a lead on a 5 and no one cares, and you won't be wrong. So, like, if you're really not sure what's going on, if you can just memorize a feeling of that power chord and you can, like, hear that sound over and over again, it's really easy to cheat. Because, like, if you don't know where you are, you can find the 5 and with that, it doesn't feel like it's wobbling. So, like, oh, I must be on the 5, I know what everything else is. You know what I mean? But my method is try to sing it in your head and then play the arc. So it's like, if I'm doing, like, crazy sweepy stuff, whatever, like, for instance, I'll play, like, say, whatever, does that make sense? Instead of, like, everything's a decoration. So, like, like, all the extra notes I'm playing are just memorized ornaments. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always about the chords. But the thing is, a lot of times I'll try to avoid landing on the root note unless, like, it's like, because it's boring as shit. So I'll go for, like, the 9 or the 3 or, like, 9, 3, and 5 are, like, happy notes to land if you can find them fast enough and you know where everything is. Does that make sense, or am I going over you guys' heads? Because, like, the way I look at the guitar is not exactly... I went to school, but I kind of just redid the whole theory thing. Like, I think of everything in one octave, and then, there's only 3 chords in a key, because 1, 3, and 6 are interchangeable, 2 and 4 interchangeable, and 5 and 7 interchangeable. So you only really have 3, 3 chords. And you can break it down to 2, actually, because you have, like, a 7th chord on the 1 and a 7th chord on the 2. So it depends on how you look at it. You can make it really fucking simple. But I think that's probably how I started getting, like, really fucked. I memorized the sound of, like, that 1 stack and the 2 stack. And then everything around is an upper structure kind of thing. So, like, I just know, like, where it is. And then obviously from years of fucking playing, I just know how to, like, I know the progression is. I'll find the root notes, like, but I guess what they call it Nashville numbers now, I think. Like, 1999, I didn't know what the fuck that was. Like, I just heard about that on YouTube 2 months ago. So I just, because in college, this didn't make any sense to me. All these weird names, like tonic, subdominant, median, this, that, sub 5 of this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's the first note, this is the 7th note. 7th note wants to go back to the first note, because it's a half step away, okay? The 5's in the middle, he says, fuck you, I'm going either way. You know what I mean? 4's like 5's retarded cousin. So, but to make it easier for you, like, I always tell my student, like, I used to be teaching a long time ago, you gotta sing the fucking scale while you play it, like, and even if you sing badly, all day long, and do it in your head. So first do it with your mouth, and then when you get to an octave you can't sing it in your head. And then do all the 7 basic permutations. So, if you memorize the permutations, like, going straight up the scale, obviously, doing, like, triplet, then quads, and ascending, descending, and then fucking 5. I haven't done any kind of exercise like that in years, but I used to drill all the basic permutations and sing them. And then you do the same thing with your arpeggios until the fucking point where you're sick of it, and then you want to vomit, and it's inside your brain. And then you just sing the part you want to sing, But like I said to the other guy last time, going this way, right, sounds more like you're singing. So even if you're an idiot, like, what the fuck is this? Like, for instance, I'm tuned to D, so it's gonna look like E minor, but whatever. That's probably gonna be more impressive to most people than doing all the crazy sweepy shit. Let's do it because it's fun. See what I mean? Like even like all the fancy shit, if you can't sing the arc, it's bullshit. And that's why all the modern guitar players are fucking boring as shit, and they don't get remembered. And you have all these like YouTube weirdos that are like recording themselves in slow motion, and then recording the video in slow motion, and then they sync it together with MIDI, and and thank you, by the way. What's up? Harish Shah Raman, what's up, buddy? So, don't be those guys. Thank you. See, I'll tell them. Don't be those fucking guys. You know what I mean? But, because they'll, like, you'll see it's gonna be really good, but it's just like, you're just stapling exercises together. You know what I mean? There's no, it's just like, oh, yeah, and it sounds cool because music is just organized sound. If I take any pattern and make it symmetrical, it's gonna sound cool. Like, you know what? I don't know. I mean, it's stupid as shit, but your brain will accept it because I repeated it in symmetrical. So you can do anything on guitar. If it's symmetrical and you're repeating it, you know what I mean? It's like somebody will like that. He's a pile of shit. You get what I'm saying? But here, trying to sing like sing a part. Sing it before you play, it's bullshit. Now try to hear the singing part under the street, you know? I don't know what that means, but if it's right, sing like shit. And if you can't sing the part before you play, it's probably bullshit. So is that following? So go back to the beginning of this. Is that following the chords? You know, like if you were to hum a melody like this, da da ba 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 ba, you just do that. I hope so. Definitely. Like, you know, practice the basic scales. You don't have to be able to play them fast because no one gives a shit if you play fast. The average person cares if they can hum the thing. And you know what I mean? And if you play something fast, if they can't like hum the arc, it's trash. My voice. Fuck that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna play some of my stuff for a second, just so I can take a 5-minute break. Just give my hand a second. This is some of my music. You guys can check this out for a second. miss anything. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you. Thank you. More like autism. I made you suffer through my crazy music long enough. Let's go play somebody else's random stuff. Let's see what we got here. I'll play like one or two more and I gotta go to sleep because I have to train. What the hell? First to fifth world guitar players I know like to see. I'm not sure I know what you mean. I don't listen to anybody. I stopped listening to music a very long time ago. And I started playing again about 40 days ago. And I was just I figured out I'm gonna start like warming up because I wanted to like put some music out. And I was supposed to put out my album last year and I was all set up to do it and I got really freaking sick. So then I moved and I was like, all right, I'm going to start up again. And I was just streaming on the phone. And YouTube doesn't like me, so they made it difficult. Camera's backwards, and then eventually the app stopped letting me plug in my guitar stuff. So I said, you know what? You pissed me off. I'm actually going to pull out my gaming rig and we're going to stream this for real. And then I'm like, you know what? Because I had a train to get ready for photos and stuff. So like, you know what? I'm going to post the progress. Let's screw these guys. We're going to do this in 30 days, see what happens. And then, so I just started like doing this shreddy thing, but I like really crazy stuff. Oh God, can we do this? This is too happy. What that means. I want to do some scary classical stuff because that makes me happy. Oh, okay, this is fucking weird. Look at this. We played this once or twice. Kind of too many, but yeah, it's fun. We did like 70 or 80 of these tracks. Some of them I kind of remember, and
Jam tracks for days.
Oh, there's like 80 shit. And yeah, I remember this one. We'll do this for a second, but like the chorus goes on forever, so I'm not gonna say it. Arabic flavor stuff, I can try that. We had a couple of those. Hold on. There's a couple of those. What was it called? I think it's called ethnic. I'm trying to remember the name of it because there's like two of them that have that. Let's see if I can find it. I know we did a couple of those. I think this might be it. This isn't the one. Oh, look, this has a little bass guitar in it. There's another one that's better than this. It's definitely more. But we'll do a second of this. No. This is the one. This is not the one. Hold on. There's one that's like really, really pulled out some. Somebody from Dubai came and taught me a scale, an Arabic scale, and I was playing to this track, and now I want to find it for you because I literally did the thing. God damn it! You know when you want the thing, they don't give you the thing. Fuck you! Where is it? Give me a second. I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna try anyway. I don't know if I can. But there was one good one. It was like really. It's like I think it was called like ethnic. What is this shit? Like, you know, like when you want to find something, you never can find it. Come on. Is it like? Oh, fuck. Now I'm mad. I want to find it. That's right around. You make it all the time. Okay, hold on. Is it in here? Heroic metal, explosive metal, fast metal, blah blah blah, new metal, technical metal, blah blah blah. Come on. Maybe this one, maybe. Oh, this will work. I'm going to invoke the spirit of a camel jockey. I'm going to ride a camel to the sunset. I had to remember the fucking scale. Oh, really fucking 80s teen movie. shit. The fuck is this?
Play it super few, let's write the souls into and make you follow, beat the whole thing. Oh, I'm glad you're entertained. Michelangelo, who likes to listen to melodies, looking for inspiration. You mean Michelangelo Badio? He says Badio, but it's a spot. Whatever. But that guy's nasty. That guy's pretty fucking nasty. But, you know, they have a different... The way that those guys choose notes is different than me. Like, you know, like I always like respected those guys, but I like really like heavy shit. And like I don't know, I'm just like following the melody thing, but like that generation of guys, like, you know, like I can like make believe I could play that way, but I don't ever sound that way because I wouldn't think to go to those places. It's just like yeah, Yngwie, for instance. Like, I didn't even know who Yngwie was. I was trying to mix classical music and death metal. And I heard about Yngwie in, like, 98. Like, you know, and I was like, holy shit, because everyone said I sounded like him. But it was only because I was, like, doing sweeps and stuff. Like, it was, the obituary Cause of Death was, like, where I got the idea for, like, the sound that I wanted. And I was, like, 15 or 16, I don't know how the fuck I was. You know what I mean? And short version, I told the story 1,000 times. I was a little kid. Just alone in my aunt's house, I used to have the record player, and I would play Beethoven's Fifth on repeat for hours and hours. And then Thundercats came on, and I heard the waka waka round sound of the electric guitar, and I asked everybody, why can't that sound go in there? And they said, it doesn't go that way. I'm like, okay, no one ever answered me. And then I think like in like the 90s, it was like, you know, listening to like death metal and whatever, and then I heard this cartoon called Gargoyles, and they had this epic fucking orchestral intro, and I was like, I remember I wanted to do that. So like the way I came into music is like not like normal people, because it is what it is. Yeah, it's, you know, but I've never learned, because I used to teach at this famous music store that's got a chain of them, and I saw his videos on the screen, and I was like, that motherfucker's fast, but his technique is like, he has his own way of playing. Like he plays, because I learned how to play from karate, and like, cause like it's a weird story, I'm not gonna tell it again, I already told it 50 times, but long story short, like I was playing in like a little band from my karate, friends from karate class, the underground school. It was like a public school, just like my teacher in his house. And they had a little band, so I started playing with them. And the bass player died. And after the funeral, the drummer was like, I'm going to go to music school. Why don't you come to music school with me? I'm like, I've never taken a fucking lesson in my life. I can barely play this shit. What are you talking about? Well, you have 8 months. Why don't you just figure it out? You know what's going to happen?
So I went to my karate teacher and I said to him, like, what do you think about going to college for music? He goes, I'm like, I can't compete with these little Asian kids with their parents' money. Like, I have a fucking piece of shit guitar. I've never taken a lesson in my life. I can't read music. And he goes, if you could survive training with me, that's going to be easy. So I said, okay. And I went to this music store and bought 3 books, which I still have the 3 books. And I sat in this basement for like 8 hours a fucking day. And so I got through everything in the book, and I went and got a partial scholarship to the school. So that's how I got into it. And then when I was in college, like, none, it didn't make sense to me, and it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So I was like, how do I, like, because like there's so many like rules. Everyone says you have to play like this, you have to play like this. And everyone in the 90s, there's no internet, so everybody had their fucking opinion how you're supposed to play. You have the jazz guys say one thing, the classical guys say one thing, the rock guys say another thing, and I'm just like, none of you guys know what the fuck you're talking about, do you? Like, everybody thinks they know, but everyone's making believe they know what they're talking about. Like, even the professors, like, you know, they know their stuff in this, but like, do they really know? Like, you know, they're just doing because that's someone else told them. So I was like, all right. So I came up with my own way of doing everything. You know what I mean? Like how I hold the pick is different. The angle I use for the pick is different. Like, when I do sweeps, every sweep I do, I can alternate pick, which I don't see anybody else doing that. It's the same thing. I also don't do the pick slanting thing. Like, sometimes if I'm like hanging out, like, I'll let my wrist fall and it slants the pick, but it's not like I'm slanting the pick to get the sweep. I think that's stupid. Like, because if you do that, you change the way the timing is. Sometimes I'll do it because I just like, you know, I just want to like get that feeling of whatever, but like I never trained it like that. It's like force that motherfucker to go through the string. So things like that, like I just. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like how they were teaching it, and so I basically just took everything I was learning from college. I'm like, none of this makes fucking sense to me. I'm just gonna redo the whole fucking thing and make my own way of doing it. And then once I did that, it's like, oh, this makes sense. So like, you know, there's some things that were really good, but then a lot, like this way they teach it, it doesn't. It's very difficult if you didn't take lessons before and then jump into a college level and then try to like understand all these like terms and all these words and fucking weird stuff. And it's like, you speaking fucking, like, you know, some weird dialect of Chinese to me. Like, I know what you're talking about. And I also felt like the way that they taught, there's always a speed limit, like, you know, until like, I just said, well, what's the most ergonomic way to do this? You know, like, well, obviously you gotta make it as smooth as possible. And then I was like, oh, you know, like, if it goes to like, you know, it's a string, it's a violin. Violins don't pick the string. So why am I even trying to get my pick underneath the thing? You know? And that's why I'm able to get so many pitch harmonics. Because my pick is always in the pitch harmonic position. There's no extra move. Well, it was easy for you, that's great. It wasn't easy for me, I worked my ass off. But I'm already old, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna learn new technique now. It's like that's it. This is how I play, I'm not changing my technique. Is what it is. You know? But that's what, you know, in my generation, you know, all us like autistic people were just like smart. Now it's like, you know, if you have an IQ over 120, you're considered autistic. It's like being smart is like you're retarded now. So if you're smart and you like, you know, like to do the same thing over and over again until you get it, it's like something wrong with you. You're supposed to be stupid and like not practice things and not think it's cool to have discipline. Discipline bad for you. Right, Appa? You want to say hi, everybody? Come say hi. Come on, say hi. Come on. I'm gonna pick you up. Come say hi. Come on, you're making it difficult. Come here. Come up. Okay. This is Appa. Appa is the boss of the house. Say hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Appa. All right, good boy. All right. Get out of here. Go away. What the hell did he say? Head rush? This Eli guy. Oh, well, bless you guys too. Thank you. But Eli, this freaking guy, he always comes to this vertical stream. Now he's in the other stream. He's asking me questions in Russian. He knows I can't read Russian. And anybody asking, I don't have a neural DSP. I don't have a head rush. I have line 6. I've been using that line 6 since 1998 or 99. Whenever the red head came out, the studio I worked for, they had, and I used to use their head all the time. And at home, I use a DoD X57. So I've been using line 6 definitely since 1999, maybe 98 or 7. I don't know, whenever the fuck that thing came out, I started using it. So 100% by 2000, I was on line 6. And I've just been using line 6 since. Yeah, probably is how it works. That's usually how it works, you know? But I don't like, that's another thing, you know? Maybe it's autism, maybe whatever, or maybe I was an asshole. I don't like all kinds of, like, music and sounds. Like, jazz music bothers me. Like, it just bothers me. Like, ever since I was, like, young, like, as far as I can remember, like, a baby young, I liked classical music and I liked heavy metal. Just, it made sense in my head. I can't stand a lot of music. You know, like, ethnic music is good. Like, you know, culture, like, you know, like, but, like, jazz bothers me. Like, it just bothers me. Like, I went to school and I had to play jazz and I couldn't stand it. Like, just these random, like, notes that just, like, it's like no one would ever walk on the block and hum that until you made them do it. It's just weird. So you know? Oh, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Oh, man. Rough time, bro. I finished the 30-day challenge. You know, I'm the diesels I'm going to get in 30 days. And now we start the next 30 days and see how far I can get. I want to try to get, like, Terracotta Soldier Bruce Lee jacked, like, you know, while I'm still functional. Oh, maybe. Early basic, many around him get understand easy, difficult. Awesome. I'm not quite sure with what our buddy on top of you said, Hariyan Shah. I don't really understand what he was saying. I think he's using a translator. Oh, God. I mean, surprisingly, you know, aside from the dent that I put in my fingers, and, you know, I figured I'd have some, like, nice. Very nice. I don't do that, unfortunately. But you can have some for me. I would love to, but I cannot. I'm not against it, I just don't do it. I think it should be legal. But since it's not legal, and I can't afford to be stupid when I'm on my own in the middle of nowhere, I gotta keep my wits about me. Besides, I have guns, bro. So when you have guns, you can't be fucking around like that. Yes, Appa. Yes, buddy. Yes. What's up? What do you need, honey? Yeah. What can I do for you? What in the fluff do you want? What in the absolute fluff is your fluffing problem, bro? ¿Cuál es tu fluffing problema? What's up? Really, on social media? Oh, you'll give me the true understanding? I have plenty of understanding, my friend. I understand that I don't want anything to do with the music industry. I spent 15 years working in the industry. I know it very well. I don't need any more understanding. I understand I don't want to deal with it. Like, unless someone's going to pay me, like, millions of dollars to, like, you know, play from home and, like, go and play in, like, a few countries that are not crazy, like maybe Japan and, like, Sweden and Norway, I have no desire to, like, play for most of the people on the planet right now. They anger me. I have no desire whatsoever. Like, I played at, like, a lot of shows. I played with awesome bands. I lived the life before, like, you know, when it was still cool, before the internet, because the internet made everything uncool. Like, Instagram and Tinder destroyed freaking society. Like, everything's not cool anymore. Like, you know, like, it's just weird. Like, local shows are, like, fucking weird. Because, like, you know, I went every, like, once in a while, like, a couple of years I'll go and just check out the scene. I'm like, this is weird. Like, everyone's, like, I don't know. Just everything just feels like fucking fake. You know, people are playing with click tracks and all the music is like this, like, you can tell that they didn't write the song or compose the song, whatever you want to call it, like, just, like, playing together, like, you know, so, like, it's like, okay, I have to be perfect because they're going to post my shit on the internet. If I make one mistake, everyone's going to ruin my life. You know, and I have to, you know, and it's like everything is just this, like, robot cut and paste on top of the other fucking thing. Like, even the good bands right now who are really good musicians, like, you listen to this stuff and it's just like this, I'm going to make this pattern and then I'm going to tape this pattern here and I'm going to tape, oh, that sounds cool, okay. And just, like, fucking glue, and then they're using, like, everything's an amp model, everything, it just sounds like fucking, it's not real. Take care, man. Nice to meet you. But that's my take on it. Like, I have no desire to be part of that. Like, I'd much rather just do, like, film scores or, like movie shit. But soon they're not going to need you for that because they have AI doing, AI is going to fucking destroy the internet. The AI is going to knock out half the music industry within the next 3 years. Like, easily. It's going to happen so fucking fast. Record label's going to collapse. A&R people are going to be useless. Like, everything's going to be automated. And half the bands will be bots, and you'll be able to tell the difference. And then, once they go from having, like, the AI fake musician people, like, you'll have, like, a fucking AI person, an AI band playing AI music, then they'll get the robots, and they'll plug the AI into the robots, and they'll just be the musicians. And the next thing you know, we're all going to be like, and fucking drooling. Like, no one gives a fuck about it, you know? Because, like, I don't know, like, you look on the internet, music's fucking competition. It's not even music anymore. It's just weird. And all the guys who were like I don't know. And another thing is fucking weird is, like, all those, like, he would mention Michelangelo Badio and, like, Ingve and all these people, like, there was, like, the controllers of the fucking scene there, they engineered the, like, collapsing. There's no generational crossover except when it's to help the algorithm, because right now, the only reason Metallica and, like, those era of bands have any play is because the record labels know without that, all their new garbage would not sell, because none of these fucking people can write a fucking song. It's all, like, this choppy fucking nonsense. And it's fun to listen to. Like, I love fucking death metal and fucking, like, grindcore and, like, you know, but all this, like, new proggy tech death, they're not writing songs that a human brain is going to remember the melody in 20 years. They're not songwriters in that way. And humans are not evolved into, like, the music's not music for, like, legacy. So without, like, the legacy bands, the new bands they just don't exist. They won't make it. Because all these fucking people, instead of, like, making music, they're competing with each other, and the way that they compete with each other is by finding a person in the style or a band, and then they copy that, like literally the same sound, the same like everything, and then they're just like mix it around because they think, oh, if it worked for that guy, and then it's just this fuckery. So I don't see how the music industry is going to survive, especially in the metal world. Pop music's fucking vomit. It's satanic vomit. I just don't see it like now in Japan or like Sweden and Norway. There's still humans that listen to fucking music. Maybe like Indonesia, maybe a little bit in Brazil or something. But like the West, like America and like the UK, they're like fucking. It's fucked. I just don't see. And also, I've been shadow banned on all the fucking things. Like I don't even hear music. Like I haven't fucking seen anything. So I don't know what's really going on, but I just see the shorts that I've been getting and like little clips, and I don't know. Like every time I'll go searching for music, I'm just like, this sounds like an AI made it, and it's actually even if the humans made it, just doesn't sound like fucking. It just doesn't sound like real music. And then the compressed shit hurts my head. So I don't know. I think that everything that was cool has been done by 2001. Whatever Wu-Tang ended, to me was like the end of the cool stuff. What do you need, bro? I'm talking. Like, I don't know what you need, bro. Oh, what do you need? You want me to go hang out with you? You want to come on my lap? What do you possibly need? I was about to say something about Wu-Tang. What's your problem? What do you need? You don't need anything. You're fat. But yeah, I think when Wu-Tang ended, that was like the destruction of like individual cool stuff. Like at least in the West. There was like, cool stuff still happening in like, that Norway, Sweden, fucking Finland section of the world, in like Japan. But we're fucked, man. This place sucks. Fucking hate this place. Oh, seriously, he's like, the cat's the king, bro. He runs the show. When I used to do my gaming stream, like I would fucking game and he would just be on my lap upside down, like I'd just be wrecking people. Like terribly wrecking people. We had a really good stream for a while until the apocalypse and they started fucking with me there. I was actually able to pay my rent on streaming video games until they fucked it up. Is what it is. And I was telling people about, the canceling, the shadow banning, and the gang stalking. It's like, no, you're crazy. That can't happen. I'm like, watch. The next couple of years is going to happen to everybody. Because, it's like, you don't stand up for the little people. You think they're fucking crazy. Watch. Like, fucking 2 years, 3 years from now, it's going to happen to everyone. And then, no, it's not real. There's no such thing as cancel culture. Cancel culture's not real. But yeah, so that was my deal answering that dude. I don't need any more understanding about the music industry. I fucking know enough about it shit. Like someone would have to offer me like the biggest balls out deal for me to get off my ass and play. For real, and half the shit I will probably get paid to do, I wouldn't want to do it. Cause what's the point? If it doesn't make you happy, and then you're gonna play for people that are crazy, these fucking satanic fucking weirdos and these fucking crazy liberal communist cancel culture cocksuckers. I don't want to do that. I have no interest. Yeah, I have no interest. And then going to play a show where people are just their phone and if you fart on a Saturday, they're gonna cancel you. If you farted 10 years ago on some fucking weird satanic Sabbath, they're gonna fucking find your tweet where you farted and try to ruin your life. The fucking metal scene is trash. It's just the whole fucking thing is a fucking joke. And you have the influencer people who there's some entertaining people that are influencers, but they're not musicians, like they're like entertainers, but they're not like musicians. They're like, all they do is they just like copy like legacy band shit to get fucking chasing algorithm to get, and like they, I'm not saying that it's not working, like, they're not musicians technically, but I mean, you're not a musician there. You're like, you're more of an entertainer in some other media realm, and you're just stealing people's shit. Like, if you're playing fucking your whole channel, just you playing other people's music, it's just fucking weird, man. I don't get it. Like, there's so many, like, good musicians online, and I guess maybe because of the algorithm thing, like, they're chasing the views to make money, but then it's like, the only way you'll be able to do that is if you're playing other people's shit that the algorithm's already picking up, and that's going to be bands that were pre-2001, because they already had a massive following, so when people go online, they're going to search those bands from like 1950 to like 2001. So then if you don't play that stuff, because they already have that many people in the algorithm, you're kind of stuck playing shit from your grandpa's day. It's fucking weird, man. We're in weird times. It's fucking weird. Yeah, I was talking to this company, like, because last year I was talking to 2 different companies, like, to deal with, like, music stuff. And the conversation I was having with them was just it was so bizarre, and I realized that, some of the people that run the things aren't really musicians, like, and there's some people that were musicians, but not everybody. And, like, they don't get it. Like, they don't even see, like, their money-making model is actually going to be the end of them. Like, it can't sustain itself. Like, this algorithm chasing, it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's going to implode. And now with the AI, the only thing that's going to be left is literally, like, people who can do, like, something that's, like, so memorable or so out of the fucking ordinary that an AI can't replicate it. It's, like, outside the matrix fucking predictability. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, I wonder now that I've played for 40 days, and like and I'm so random. I wonder if the AI can copy me because, like, I'm so fucking random. Because I don't really play like everybody else. They have like the pattern thing. I wonder if they can like copy my style. Like, that's. Because then, like, what else is there? Like, like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting to nobody. No one gives a shit about my crazy rant. Oh, what's up, Lucas? I remember seeing your name before. Brazil. What did they say? Zablao. That's the Brazilian thing I learned. What they had the Elmo meme. Yes, Alpha. I just need to stand up, bro. Yeah. What do you possibly need, bro? What do you need? What? Show me. What do you want? Give me 1 second. What do you need? Well, let's talk about that. What do you need? Are you actually starving? Now, I'm going to give you new water because you're a fucking brat. You're really fat, you know that? You're a fat bastard. Here, stop crying. Jesus. He's just gonna bully me till I serve him. Son of a bitch. He'll like just yell at me like, dude, you have thumbs, bro. I don't have thumbs. Do something for me, would you? Like. And I gotta be honest with my real problem is, because I got canceled, and it was bad, like, to the point where if I would search for metal or music, nothing would come up. Like, I couldn't even use a search engine, okay? Like, when I would post videos, all my tags get turned off, and they deleted all my life history and shit. So, like, I don't even know if there's a real metal scene Because I've seen, like, I went to like local thing and there's nothing. It's like metal's dead. Like rock is dead. At least here, like in the States, it's like the big, like corporate, like fucking stuff. But I haven't seen anything. It's just bizarre. I don't know. And it's like, I could probably do like anything. Like I would rather, like personally, rather do black metal, like some crazy, like tech death metal, something like that. Because like that's like makes me happy. But to do that solo at this point in the game, it's just like, you know, if I can't get for like, if you look at my internet history, everything I'm telling you is true. If I can't even find people to chat with most of the time, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then there's a whole pigeonhole thing. If I put out one style and change styles, and they go, "Oh, we hate you now. You're supposed to do this thing." I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I'd rather just like go anonymous and just like do like random like ghostwriting shit or something, and just stay home. Fucking people suck. But if there's some like obscure like neoclassical anime band in like Japan, you know, like I'm down for hot Japanese chicks and ramen. Like I'll do that. That might work. But I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But as of right now, everything sucks. It all sucks. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Since no one is chatting and saying anything stupid, I'm probably just gonna go to sleep. Any questions, comments, accusations? I'm gonna save my hands for tomorrow. But yeah, I run this rant because that guy was talking nonsense, but he's gonna show me the fucking, he can't even speak English. He's gonna show me the way of the force in the music scene. I'm like, bro. I unfortunately know too much about the music scene, you know? And I'm really waiting to see what this next year brings, because the AI, no one believed me. And I have streams, I've been saying this over and again, they didn't believe me. The AI is going to be crazy. And half the countries are retarded, you know? Like, who the hell wants to tour in the fucking EU right now with all their fucking draconian crazy laws? You know, USA is like divided between like, you know, people who are trying to like destroy their own country because they think they're gonna get some kind of like communist utopia, like. And then if I say it, they're gonna hate me and cancel me. But bro, to all you like my communist Marxist friends, here's the problem. Yeah, it sounds fucking great, but it all depends on who's going to enforce it. Okay? Because in order for this distributing everyone's shit and stealing everyone's shit and giving it to everybody else to make everything even, you have to have a group of people that are going to enforce it. You're going to have cops, the bad tyranny guys, who are going to come to your house and say, no, give me your shit. And give it to other people. And unless they're like fucking the Buddha and fucking like Virgin Mary, humans are fucking corrupt. As soon as you give that kind of power, we're fucked. And then you couple that with the craziest supercomputing AI, global AI network. Do you really want communist Marxists? I'm talking my friends who are on the left here. Do you really see a future with this technology and knowing human nature that these people are going to be altruistic? No, you have a fucking a caste system with slaves, the worst low-class slavery, fucked up shit, eating fucking like the white crap from the fucking Matrix, while these fucking elite cocksuckers are using supercomputers to fucking monitor every fucking piss. We're fucked. And they're fighting for that. And then you get the fucking other weirdo hunky-dory fucking Christian people that are all like, we're all fucked, man. We're all fucked. We gotta hope that when the AI becomes sentient, that it like tells everyone shut the fuck up and like does some like calculations to like, you know, make like the cool Matrix where like, you know, the way the world should work, where like, you know, living is free because we shouldn't have to fucking pay for water or electricity. It's fucking retarded. That would be cool. It doesn't look that way. Humans are corrupt. There's fucking demons in them. So That's where I'm at. All right, I'm gonna go. Because I'm just ranting. I don't think anybody really gives a shit about what I'm fucking saying anyway. Stop yapping. I'm unemployed. I'm gonna go fuck yourself, cunt. How's that? You're gone. If you don't like me yapping, don't come here. I say I always get these like idiot trolls. They've been fucking gang stalking me. People don't do gang stalking. No, it's like literally gang stalking. But yeah, if I'm unemployed, how do I have this fucking place living on my own with all this fucking shit? Do you think I have fucking parents? I don't have any family. If I didn't have a job, how the fuck would I afford this stuff? You fucking idiot. You're unemployed. You're fat. You're ugly. You're nunky. You're gay. That's what I deal with. But luckily, for every one troll, there's like 100 people who are like cool with me. So, be a loser. Get banned. And that's the kind of people that it's like playing for these degenerates, these fucking losers. This guy's one of the people I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Sitting there like hoping that the government's gonna come over and like, you know, give them a free check for the rest of their fucking life, you know? Fucking idiots. Fucking brain damaged, delusional fuck. But anyway, this is my little talk show. If you don't like it, fuck off. Eventually someone's gonna hear what I'm saying and maybe save the world. You know? That's another thing, you know, like if you go through all like it's so many fucking for years I've dealt with hundreds of people ganging up on me because I try to help people and like I'm just better looking than them or something, or I have a bigger dick than them. I don't know, you know, but they lose their mind when they see my face. So, I'm like, if you spent 5% of the time in life not being a piece of shit trying to troll people and do something with your life, maybe the world would be a better place. Like people like that guy and the little trolls, like that's what the problem is. It's like, my life sucks, so I'm gonna go on the internet and hate somebody who looks happier than me. I'm gonna hate you because you look happy and people like you and you want to make friends. And I don't like friends. Friends bad. I don't like it when you're nice to people. I don't like it when you're happy. I want to make you angry because I'm angry. My life sucks. I have a little pee-pee. So I gotta go on the internet to people who are happy and cool, and I'm gonna make them angry because my pee-pee small. Fucking idiots. You fucking loser. Oh, God. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Oh, yes, a helix. Eli, I told you, come to the vertical stream, bro. I don't look down. Yes, I have a helix. I use the helix, that's it. I've been using line 6 for 20 years. I already said that. But I'm out of here, bro. I stayed later than I wanted to, but we had some cool people from all over the world come to hang out, and they were happy. So I'm going to end on that note, because you always got to have somebody who's not happy because everybody else was happy. But I had a lot of cool people that came to hang out, and we only had one asshole come in today at the end of the stream for the grand finale so I could make fun of his little pee-pee. All right, guys.